Hey, on some real shit, a lot of people always asking me, who do I think won the war when it come to Chirac? Because I guess they hearing Breezo when he was getting down on FBG saying they won and all kind of shit like that. To be honest, I don't think nobody won. If you want to be 150% honest, Oblock took a lot of losses from Odie, King Von, Heck, T-Roy, a lot of people who we all know in the drill culture. You might have not never seen them before, but you hear their names being shouted out by people like Chief Keef, Lil Durk, so their names that became synonymous with the drill culture. All those guys are dead. When we look at 600, we see like L.A. Capone who lost his life. We see Baldy. We hear about Steve Drab. Rondo Number 9 got a murder case. C-Day got a murder case. It looked like they took a big downfall. Then we go to FBG where FBG Duck lost his life. Brick lost his life. Kobe lost his life. TB lost his life. Can't Get Right lost his life. When it all boils down, I think everybody lost. I don't think there's no winners to this shit. You ask me who won, is YouTube. They the ones who monetized off of the violence and got rich and made a lot of hood niggas make money, but they only gave your ass a percentage, so YouTube got really rich off this shit. The rap game then got strained. A lot of these brothers then lost their life, especially when I look at like FBG. I noticed that they don't really got a lot of big homies. As I look through a lot of the videos, and I noticed in Oblock, King Von is the big homie. And that kind of confused me because, when you don't got a guy who's been around maybe 30, 40 years, I'm not sure if a 20-year-old could give you a balanced opinion on shit. They be so quick to be on go. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not sure, but I'm not gonna lie, when I look at FBG, I don't see a lot of people in a group that was older that was able to kind of guide those guys the wrong way, because they clearly was guided the wrong way. When I was interviewing FBG Duck and I was interviewing Brick, I was kind of confused when I found out that they like in the middle of like Steve Drive and then Oblock. These guys are in the middle, so I don't find it surprising that a lot of those guys got killed. You get what I'm saying? And then when it come to Oblock, I hear they had a lot of security in that community. They was a gated community, so it was hard for the ops to get in there to retaliate. So I don't find it surprising that King Von died in another state. You get what I'm saying? Because it was hard to get to these guys in Oblock, but when they was not in that community no more, they was susceptible to anything at any moment like anybody else. Sometimes rapping about guns and killing people and gang shit, sometimes that's not going to keep you safe. Sometimes people got to know you about that shit. Not saying a lot of these guys ain't about that shit, but people gonna test you in this music industry. This not really like the rap game no more. This is like the murder game. They don't really kill people in the country music business. They don't really kill people in R&B. They don't really kill people in jazz. But in this urban rap shit, you could die. That's what kind of find me confusing, why a lot of these kids want to be rappers and shit like that. Why you don't want to be no singers? Why you don't want to be none of that? Everything is fuck the police and fuck the police that and fuck the police that. And don't get me wrong, I totally agree with y'all. Fuck the police. But you can't teach the kids that shit. You get what I'm saying? We got to tell them to be careful with the police, because when you teach them fuck the police, well, we going to have 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, 50 years from now, it's people that's policing us and giving us prison time and shit like that don't look like us. You get what I'm saying? You want a world where everybody who controls everything is people who don't look like us. So we got to be careful and walk the right rope. That motherfucker tight, but we got to be careful when we teaching them kids that shit. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand that the police is crooked. I know a lot of y'all gonna say you can't blame all the police. Look, all the police shit is crooked. You might not be crooked, but the fact that you fucking with a crooked identity makes you crooked. You get what I'm saying? If you was hungry and you ain't had nothing to eat, and I was to tell you, cool, I'm finna go buy you a Italian beef with cheese, fries, and a lemonade, and I ordered 3 of them though. The same thing, Italian beef, cheese, fries, and lemonade. I put them on 3 different tables. I tell you, look, 2 of them got poison in it, and soon you eat it, you gonna die. But one of them perfect, ain't shit wrong with it. You gotta go over there and pick it. Do you wanna go over there and pick it? Do you still want that Italian beef? You gonna feel like you ain't gonna take the chance. So that's how we look at the police. You get what I'm saying? We're not trying to knock the police. We just saying, We ain't going for that shit no more. Anytime some shit happen, pull your camera out. You know, I don't want to go everywhere on this video. I kind of want to stick to the Oblock shit, but I'm just saying it'd be crazy because the rap game will lead you to believe that the real world is still not going on above your ass. One of my biggest things is, man, I wish earlier in the career when Prince Dre hit me. Prince Dre from Oblock hit me one time in the DM on some super tough guy shit. Man, your police ass, man, oh, man, what the fuck you interviewing people, all this crazy shit. And instead of me trying to tell the brother and give him some wisdom, I end up telling the brother, look, Lil Durk don't give a fuck about you interviewing with me, Zach TV, Rap Ketchup or not. Turn the fuck up, homie. While you waiting around hoping that the moves you making don't hurt Lil Durk feelings, man, he waiting for niggas to clout the fuck up, and I help people clout the fuck up. So we went back and forth in the DM, and I'm not gonna lie, a couple years later, he ended up hitting me, telling me, man, I was young, I didn't realize how the blog shit went. So we got past that, I respect that, but I wish I had a chance to communicate with them brothers earlier in the flick. Maybe I would have had a chance to interview a lot of the Oblock rappers and maybe give them a little wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Because when I talked to FBG, it was all about bang, bang, shoot 'em up, fuck the ops, all kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie, you know. And the deaths was occurring so much in FBG. I remember I was interviewing TB. We all know TB from Taekwondo World. I was interviewing him, and I ended up asking him, I said, is Poppy there? And he said, yeah, Poppy always here. I said, oh, that's what's up, Poppy there. Let me speak with him. He said, Poppy speaking through me. I say, shit, okay, I want to ask him a few questions. He said, go ahead, Poppy always here, right? Then I got off of that shit. I didn't realize that Poppy was already dead. Somebody murdered him like maybe a few weeks before we did the interview. I didn't know that. So that just lets you know that the deaths was occurring so fast that I asked somebody in the interview about somebody who was already dead. You get what I'm saying? And then I watched the whole 600 shit. You know, they had big homies like E-Day. He was telling people Snitch K, all kind of shit like that. But at the same token, he was supporting Rondo Number 9, who kind of did some off-the-wall shit. Now, I'm not saying he told on a motherfucker, but he didn't really do the 100% super honorable game member thing. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to take fights from an OG who acting like Chief Keef. You get what I'm saying? So I just seen the downfall of Oblock, FBG, and 600. I seen the downfall of those guys like 6 years. It just seemed like the violence, the dissing the ops, the smoking each other dead homies was way more important than making a successful rap career and getting on. You get what I'm saying? And that's what kind of threw me off, because people love the violence. They love that murder shit that they hear out of those groups. Think about Chief Keef. He was the biggest artist in the world. Everybody wanted to be Keef. The moment he moved out of Chicago, where you didn't see a lot of those killers in the videos, he wasn't smoking the dead people no more and shit like that, his views went down. Because the fans are instigators. They not real fans. Those ain't the fans that's going to spend $100 to get front row of your concert. Those not the fans that's going to help you sell out the shows. Those not the fans that's going to buy your merchandise. I don't see nobody wearing that Glow Gang shit. But these fans that click your video and give you a view, they want to know who the next motherfucker down. These shorties somewhere from Huckleberry, the closest they ever going to get to the block is through one of those rap videos. You get what I'm saying? This real shit. I tell people this shit all the time. These little white kids ain't never gonna be in the hood, man. The closest they gonna get through this shit is a Truth Teller video, a Rap Catch-Up video, or one of these rapper videos. That's why these police be so quick to kill us, you know? A police grew up in Huckleberry, man. He graduated out of Huckleberry, man. He met his wife in Huckleberry. He went to college in Huckleberry. He decided to be a police officer in Huckleberry. He went to the police force in Huckleberry. He graduated from the police force in Huckleberry. Then they set his ass in Inglewood. They told him to ride out there and monitor Oblock. All he knew about black folks is through these cheeky videos. He out there ready to smoke a motherfucker. And then you surprised that all these killings is happening at an all-time rate. These cops ain't playing the lottery with their life. They prejudging niggas because of those drill videos and the shit that's going on in the world. You get what I'm saying? So we gotta be better, man. But I'm not gonna lie. Oblock, 600, and FBG, those guys took a big fall. Now I'm not gonna lie. I think they got a chance to right their wrong. Maybe these crews collide, do music together. I know a lot of people gonna say, I ain't doing no music with no nigga that killed my homie. But look, it ain't been over hundreds of motherfuckers killed, man. The war got to end now. Because we gonna get this shit to our kids. You get what I'm saying? A lot of these shorties that's from Oblock that's 10 or 11, they waiting to get 20 to smoke one of the ops. You get what I'm saying? That shit not never gonna end. So, and we can't look for people like Jay-Z to end this Chicago beef. Jay-Z could easily sit down Dirk and sit down Wooski or sit down these crews and sit down these crews and say, let's make millions, but y'all got to cut this shit out and do this shit the same way Meek Mills did. But you can't talk about it. You got to be about it. These motherfuckers don't get no fuck, man, because they making a lot of money off this shit. I'm going to talk about this a little bit later, man. I want y'all to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I want you to follow me on Instagram at The Truth Teller Show. I'll be posting a lot of shit on my Instagram that I don't post here. So if you support me, click the link in the description. I'm going to put my Instagram in there. I want everybody who fuck with me to instantly hit the description and go to my Instagram and support me, man. It's the homie Truth.